Hey, I'm Yashiga B. Martin, and welcome to my segment of You Asked For It. This is where I answer your questions and you get to know a little more about me, and I try not to spill too much tea. All right, now, let's jump into our first question of the day. Ooh. Okay, now, let's try to do a different question because I don't want to answer this one. All right, no, I got y'all. The question says, I know she was a collegiate athlete, basketball. When was a time she wanted to quit or came close to quitting, and why didn't she? Ooh. So here's an interesting thing. The time that I came close to quitting wasn't in college. It was actually before I even ever played structured basketball. See, I used to be in the parks and I used to be doing my things, busting people up with the crossovers and everything like that. Doesn't matter that they were my little cousins and I was taller and better than them, but nonetheless, I was still getting busy on the court. And at Centennial Park in Roosevelt, Long Island, there was always a group of young women that would come, and they were high school players, collegiate players, and former players. And they would get together every Saturday and they would just run a court down by where the guys played. And I remember I used to be out there shooting, playing around with my siblings and my cousins, and then they would start playing and I would just stop and I would watch them. And one day, one of the girls came up to me and was like, "Hey, you always watching us play. Jump in here and let's go." And I'm probably like around seventh grade maybe. And I was like, "No, I don't want to get in there. Y'all too good. I can't do this." And they just kept urging me to do so. And I was about this far from being like, man, I don't want to do this. I can't play basketball. I was so embarrassed and so, I should say more scared. I wasn't embarrassed. I was scared to death to get out there and not be as good as I thought I was. And fortunately, they actually would not let me leave the court. And they made me jump in and play. And it was one of the best things that ever happened. They had, it was kind of weird because they were kicking my butt and then giving me lessons all at the same time. It was like, ooh, crossover. And then they would go, hey, you got to keep your feet squared and you got to do this. And it just then made me love the game that much more. And I can say I never thought about ever quitting. But I will share something with you, is that there was a point in time where basketball was going to be taken away from me. And that was my freshman year in college when I got diagnosed with Graves' disease. I didn't know what it was at that time. And I just couldn't run up and down the court. It was really tough, and I didn't know if I was going to make the team. Eventually, I got diagnosed with Graves' disease, and if you're unfamiliar with that, it deals with your thyroid gland. And so honestly, any kind of movement, I could have died. I could have had heart failure because your thyroid gland controls basically your heart rate. And so it was one of those things where I couldn't dance, couldn't run, I couldn't laugh too hard, couldn't walk up and down stairs. And they made me sit out that first year of basketball, and I didn't think I would ever get it again. So that is the closest I've come to not playing, but I wasn't quitting. I can't say that I quit too many things. I really only start things that I know I can win. So don't tell nobody that. Okay, we're gonna go to the next question. What one place in the world, domestic or not, has she not visited but would someday like to do so, and why? Well, to whomever answered this question, asked this question, the one place I would really like to go is Alaska. I think Alaska is awesome. Why? I don't know, because it has snow and it has ice caps and it has bears that like to be in snow and ice caps. And sometimes it's like all day daytime, and then it's like all day nighttime. And then it's like they got the Siberian Huskies, which are like the cutest dogs out there, although I want a Mastiff. Stop asking me questions. I don't know why. I just think it's one of the, like, I don't know, they're almost like, I don't know if oxymoron is or paradoxes. They're just this contrast of being somewhere where it's nice and sunny and then you're looking at snow. I really wanted to visit that. I tried to go to Fairbanks University when I was looking for colleges, and a couple of people said, no, I could not go there. I'm not going to name their names. Yep, that's pretty much it. All right, well, I hope you got what you asked for. And now you know a little bit more about me and YBMC. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment or a question, and you can also check out my website at ybmcoaching.com. As always, remember that choice is freedom and decision is power. Bye.